mean, going back to the first trip back to Sydney, I mean, what were the overarching emotions in the week leading up?
Overarching emotions, it was definitely odd. It was strange to be in Sydney, but only in Olympic Park, so you can't really see anyone. And yeah, it's almost like a so close but so far thing. But yeah, just a little bit different than a normal game prep, whilst also trying to stay as dialed as possible and just achieving the team's goal of getting a dub. It was a lot of fun to see all those guys, and there's a lot of great memories and like great friends on that side of the floor. So it was awesome to see them all and dap them up and give them a cuddle, and then go out and play a bit of ball in hole. So it was yeah, it's always good to see people like Zave and Brucey in particular. Like we're super close, so it was nice to see them and hang out with them after the game as well, to spend some quality time together, which you don't really get when you're not in the locker room together anymore. But it's yeah, there's a lot of good people in that organisation that I have a lot of time for, so it was nice to. It's not weird by any stretch. It's just nice to see them. Yeah, when you're on the road, you don't necessarily need to be getting away from basketball like that. You're there to do a job and go into someone's building and get a W. So yeah, you're coming in to lock in and share a meal and watch film and gear up the next day with a shoot around and all that prep. So yeah, it's good to have kind of keep things light, maybe put some funny videos on the screen, but it's you're there to try and get a win, so it's doesn't need to be too chill.
The game itself, when we shot out of the blocks, we had a pretty decent lead. Let's talk about that little period where we were rolling. I mean, did you let your mind wander to what may be beating the old boys in the old stadium?
No, usually when you're in the throes of it, it's pretty easy to stay locked in that moment. You don't want to think too far ahead because it'll get away from you. But yeah, it was a great game. I think one of the best defensive games we'd played to that point on what is a really good team with a lot of good players.
Yes, hello and welcome to Kudos Bank Arena. It's a danger game for both of these teams. The players, no doubt, fully aware that they need to get off to a strong start here.
Shenanigans, okay? Hey, defensively, guys, 40 minutes. Let's be locked in. Let's be physical. Let's be aggressive. Nothing easy. Pressure every pass, shot, and dribble. Okay? Let's get after it.
And last thing, hey, we do this thing. Let's have fun. Let's have fun.
Cook says, don't worry, I've got you. He's trying to lift him. He is trying everything.
Yeah, no, he's an outstanding player. So you just have to make life difficult for him. Being physical with him, and you know he's a physical player too. So you just have to meet that the best you can, and he's going to get his points. He's going to get his rebounds. He's going to get his dimes. So you just make it tough for him over the course of the game, and see where that leaves you. You never want to say, great, we had an awesome first quarter, let's take the foot off the pedal. You know, they weren't too satisfied with how they played the whole time, and they managed to get a win, so that's, you know, sometimes what you want. You'll obviously always take that, but it was a real heartbreaker for us because, yeah, it really felt like we let that one get away. Just disappointed. You never want to lose at all, let alone a game that you really had control over for most of it. So just yeah, you kind of scratch your head a little bit what happened down the stretch to let that get away from you, but that's basketball. It was a low-scoring game, so if someone gets rolling down the stretch, then it can kind of run away from you faster than you expect.
The blitz blink of an eye, seemingly. The Kings are out by 5. But it is a win for Sydney. But only time will tell how important it is.
I mean, I think we had a good game plan the first time out, so we tried to replicate the things that were successful and then make a few adjustments. They're playing a little bit differently than they were then, and we'll be playing differently than we are now. So just try to mitigate some of the mistakes that we made in that game and learn from them. So it goes in our favour this time.